The new world order.
Welcome everyone. You might be quiet now because I'm on a countdown right now.
Wait,
Still here. It's on a countdown too. We start in 3 minutes. So be patient. All right, everybody. We're live again tonight for WrestleMania Night 2. Well, once again, I want to apologize for yesterday, for those who were part of my live stream yesterday, and how it was just, I started, we were having computer issues and technical issues. And today, I just WrestleMania lands on Easter. I got a lot of things to do, so I just wasn't able to get my new computer up and running, so I'm on the old one. So I do apologize if there is. I know there is some stoppage and some lagging also, and I'm just hoping that right now we keep our fingers crossed this laptop don't shut off and stuff like that. So, but we're not even gonna worry about that right now because we already got enough shit to worry about with how WWE ended the show tonight. We've been building up for months, sort of, right? After that great John Cena heel turn that we got at Elimination Chamber with The Rock and Travis Scott. Ain't heard nothing from The Rock since. Nothing. We get Travis Scott tonight. That's our angle tonight. In one of the worst main events that I've seen. It was hella boring. And it further shows me that The Rock is just like, I want to play too, but I really like it. Like WWE has to change their schedule to or do whatever they gotta do for The Rock, and The Rock's like, all right, well I can do it when I feel like it. I think it just messes up so much stuff because right now when I look back at it, I was like, what was the point of The Rock in the first place other than having the great heel turn? Like, what was the point? What was the fault? There was nothing. And yesterday, in night one, where the main event saved night one, because night one was just trash to me. It seemed like the show today saved the main event. And it's not going down, I'm sorry, it's not going down as WrestleMania 41 is not going down as one of the better WrestleManias as a collective whole. I'm sorry, this isn't. And call me biased if you want to, but what we had in Philly last year, way better than this. Way better. So, joining me on the live stream, I believe, I heard them come in, so I wanted to make sure that they still here. We had Q-Flow, and I think we had Primetime come in. You fellas still there?
Yes, sir, brother. We got a full house.
Yep. Everywhere you look.
We got one more.
We do got one more. So we got Quattro in the game?
From the Soul Trek.
Konnichiwa.
What's going on, everybody? We got a full house tonight, so let's have some fun with this because y'all seen that main event. Am I by myself to feel as though that disappointing is the proper word, or even just trash is even better?
I would say the ending is disappointing for sure.
Yeah. Well, overall, I feel as though night 2 was better than night 1. Easily. But however, it started trailing at the end, and then we get to this main event, and you talk about hella disappointed. Hella disappointed. No, I'm sorry. That was I really didn't know what to expect, but once again, they got me with that Cena heel turn in Elimination Chamber, and I really thought that the story, because of how good the build was for these matches, for these past two WrestleMania, for 39 and 40, I had to expect, especially under the Triple H era. Well, you know what? It showed this WrestleMania weekend that the criticism that Triple H has been getting is getting to him. Because he wants us to just shut up and be fans. Enjoy it. Let it play out. We let this shit play out. And it sucked. It sucked big time. So what does he want us to do? So there comes the constructive criticism, and we give it to you, and then he's going to be probably mad about it. But it sucked. It didn't do it for me. I felt really disappointed. And once again, I keep trying to tell everybody also, listen, when we look back at this and see it's like he won number 17, he beat the record. His last photo at WrestleMania is with Travis Scott. Hold up that championship. And you're going to be sitting there thinking like, why? And he was, but yeah, so y'all thoughts?
Hello. I expected John Cena to win. I don't think that's being argued by anyone on here. It's the path of how we got there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the stop and go pacing. It's the somehow Cody, through everything he's been through and done, can be stopped with one belt shot. It's the Travis Scott slow walk to the ring, jump on the side, jump off the side. I don't know how to really explain this, but it just felt yucky.
You sound exhausted.
I expected John Cena to win. Yeah, it's a long day for me.
All right. Yeah, so I'm with Quattro. It was pretty slow paced and all that. The conspiracy theorist in me wants to say like John Cena kept saying we ain't getting nothing, and he ain't lied yet. So from the entrance to the match, like we ain't getting nothing. Travis Scott, that's it here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought like the match was okay, but it was like when it ended, it was just like that's it. Like you saw me looking like, yeah, bro, we got 20 minutes left. Like the show was over 20 minutes early. Like that don't even for night 2, that don't even make sense. But I mean, we got what we got. So
You know, I hate saying it like that too. Like we got what we got, but it's like I think that's the attitude Triple H is having. But I'm like, it's WrestleMania. It should have been better than this. The way I look at it.
I mean, I've seen some things saying that Cena was trying to take the Terry Leah approach of being Hollywood and how he wrestled that style when he was Hollywood, which is slow paced, punch, kick every few seconds, then taunt, punch, kick, get out the ring, complain a little bit to the rail. That's kind of what I felt like he was doing. And then when he tried to kick it up a little bit, it was just doing his 5 moves of doom, which people hate anyway. So it's kind of like
he was doing that shit slow too.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that was like a choice for him for it to be that slow.
Yeah.
But the ending didn't say like it was supposed to ramp up to it. It didn't really ramp up to anything. It ramped up to Travis Scott, making his slow entrance. So
boy,
that was such a slow entrance.
Did he ever take his time?
I'm like, I mean, I thought you were supposed to jog to the ring or something. He just walked like this is his concert.
You know what? To take what Prime just said, if I want to look at it this way, and this is me trying to put a spin on it of betterment to feel better about it. They played their game, and they made everyone play their game, and they played it to the best position for them, and we do not like it. So if we're trying to be ultra heel, don't like us, they winning.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We obviously got a lot to say about that. So we're about to get into WrestleMania because we still got the whole night 1 card to get into. We kick it off. Stephanie McMahon comes out. And she was like, the last time I was in Vegas, I was 16 years old when they had WrestleMania 9, which is a documentary I got to check out still anyway. And now they're back in Vegas, and her middle daughter, who's now 16, is here at WrestleMania. So welcome to WrestleMania, the usual stuff. So we kick off the show with the Women's World.
All right, wait. Sorry, not to interrupt you. I just got a quick little thing just for you to see. Did you see the WrestleMania 41 stage reveal?
I seen the stage, but I didn't see the stage reveal, like the actual video.
Oh, because she came out there. I thought she was going to hit Billie Jean for a second the way she came out there. And y'all go back and look at it. She had the hat to the side. She walked out with a
yeah. I saw that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought she was about to hit the MJ moves too. I was like,
oh man, I gotta go back and look at it. I didn't see this at all.
I gotta see. I gotta go back and look at that. I gotta go back. I didn't see that. I gotta go back and look at that. Wow. All right, Steph. I see you out there. You trying to. Well, I'm not. I doubt you gonna do her moonwalk, but hey, I'm gonna go back and see that. But we start off with the Women's World Championship triple threat match: Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Before I even get into details, match of the night for me. Match of the night for me. And we had good matches in the beginning of the show, but match of the night for me, hands down. These one went out there and killed it, which we knew they was going to do in the first place. And the right outcome happened. I was a little worried that we was going to get the right outcome, but the right outcome happened. So I'm happy for that. So Bianca's Io's out first. You know, I was like, because once again, why are these champions coming out first? And I was like, the champion should be coming out last. And I was like, well, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte, you know, Tiffany had a more elaborate entrance, so they had to do hers first. And then, you know, because Charlotte, you know, Rose was probably in the way. I was like, okay, but maybe Rhea and Bianca got some elaborate entrance. And I was like, they didn't. You know, Io comes out first. Then Bianca Belair comes out with the girls jump roping. I did appreciate, you know, having the girls jump rope. It must have been part of some special jump rope club, something like that. I don't know. That's probably in Vegas or on the West Coast. If you guys know, educate me. Post it in the comments, or somebody let me know.
The only thing I know is I noticed a lot of mistakes in jump roping during that entrance. I'll tell you that.
I do know they said she came out with her stepdaughter though.
Okay, because that shit was. I was like, who was in the middle of it? It's like dressed like Bianca, but it's like swaying. She's not even really, you know, popping it. Like,
oh, you talk about the really uninterested girl that did not want to be there?
Yes, that's what she looked like. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was not sorry. It's Montez's daughter, so
yeah, put her in the back. She obviously
well, no, they said come out tonight. Stepdaughter. That means
that's Montez's daughter.
Wouldn't it be daughter? No, that's not. Never mind. No. No. You're right. I'm wrong. Hey.
Don't worry, it's different in the South.
Whoa, relax.
You know that
I stay away from in-law words and step words in general. So
yeah, but that was Montez's daughter. I was just like, oh, okay, you know, get the out here. So, and then Rhea came. She came out with the mask. What was it that Batman mask? The one who laughs last. Is that right, Q? Am I saying that right?
It was the Batman who laughed.
The Batman
who laughed.
The one who laughs last.
Look, I know the
one
comic.
Who laughs is kind of fly though. I ain't going front. Don't
look. Me laugh.
I know the comic, right? I didn't just read it, but it's an iconic picture and stuff right there. So she had the like that Joker type of lipstick on. Of course, she had the mask on, so it fit. I was making sure, you know, but I never knew the exact type, because that's actually a skin in Injustice 2. So I was like, okay, yeah. So it was cool to see her with that on. So I appreciate that. There was a move that it was like, you know, because Bianca and Rhea was like taunting each other, and he's about to push you out the way. You grabbed her hand like, no, not today, bitches. And she hits them, and then she jumps to the top rope and hits like her feet hook both their arms, and they just like, you know, roll like hurricane around, like roll them forward and goes for a stack pin. That's how we kick off the match. I thought automatic. I was like, okay, that's dope. We go back into the ring. Bianca hits 3 suplexes, and on the third one, like she marches with it like a stalling suplex. Impressive. And then Bianca goes for her handstand moonsault, but then Rhea grabs her hands and pulls her outside the ring. And then Io dives, but she gets caught by both. Bianca and Rhea get slammed to the barricade. Now, going back into the ring, going to a match, there's a Tower of Doom spot. And it was Io does like, it's like Bianca has Rhea in a kind of like a backdrop, and then Rhea has Io in a backdrop, and then she goes and Io completely like flips inside out. Io, like Q-Flow was saying when he was over there watching, he was like, she went to the Shawn Michaels school of selling. She was selling her ass off in this match. All the way. Bianca was running the ropes. She tries to like jump over Rhea. Rhea kicks the bullshit out of her, like kicks her mid-air. And for some reason, I like those kind of kicks where somebody jumps up and they get kicked in the mid-air. That happened with Braun Strowman and Apollo Crews one time. Apollo about to do his backflip, and Strowman just kicked the bullshit out. He just like floated almost outside the ring. It can be dangerous at times, but it's a cool ass visual, right? But Mr. Dropkick to Io, Mr. Drops Rhea, and then Bianca comes back out and hits a pounce to Io Sky. And for somebody who likes to pounce, her pounce, you know, I know it wasn't the GOAT pounce, but
I mean, I would say it was a solid pounce. Not the best. It was solid. I would say solid.
Like out of 1 to 10, you give it like a 6.
6.5.
6.5. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was like, I just love seeing pounces, you know, especially when they're good ones. Some good pounces. Bianca hits a 450 to Io Sky, but then Rhea hits a riptide for 2. Now Rhea goes for a super riptide, but Io reverses it, takes her down, and then hits. She goes for the moonsault, but Rhea, this is a great sequence. She goes for the moonsault. Rhea puts her feet up, kicks her square in the face, and she falls back into a KOD from Bianca Belair, and Bianca hits it, and then Rhea hurry up and it breaks up the pin. That was a great sequence. Everybody was really getting into it by that point. So then we're on the tie rope. Io's about to go for a poison rana to Rhea Ripley. She goes back. Rhea blocks it. She swings it forward. She hits the ring post, and then so when she hits the ring post, Bianca picks up Rhea Ripley for the KOD, but she lands on her feet. Goes for a riptide. Bianca gets out, takes the hair whip. You know when pay-per-view, we gotta get that hair whip. So she hits it. It sounds great. She hits that, and then she hits a KOD on Rhea. As she pins her, I like how the camera wasn't on Io. She comes out of nowhere, hits a moonsault, takes both women out, pins Bianca, and retains the Women's World Championship. Awesome fucking opener. Awesome triple threat match. Match of the night, in my personal opinion. How do you guys feel about that?
Did not see that coming, but you know what? I'm glad Rhea didn't win. Call me a hater. I don't care. She wasn't even supposed to be in this match. But whatever. I'm glad Io retained. Cause y'all have
Q.
All build up.
According to the fans, Bianca is apparently wrong for saying I want to elimination champion fair and square. I should have a one-on-one match. Apparently, Bianca's wrong. They blew her out the building.
Yo, this crowd has been ass backwards since then, bro.
Dead serious.
They booed Bianca, but gave a whole song to Dirty Dom. But we gonna get there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just want to say I enjoyed the match very much. I wanted Io to win, and Io won. She broke Bianca's streak. It was just all Io for me, and I was happy. Yay.
Yeah, listen, I was like, first of all, as soon as you brought that up, Quattro, yeah, the streak is over. With the little 4-match streak, because she actually got pinned. I thought they were going to be like, well, maybe we're going to try to protect her and pin Rhea. But I was like, well, Rhea already lost to Io already. So, pin Bianca. Bianca ain't done with that storyline with Naomi yet. But even though I thought she was going to probably be involved in the matchup, but she wasn't. So, I was like, okay. I was like, okay, though. But overall, I still think that was the match of the night, though. In my personal opinion. So, next up, we get... and first of all, for those who are still in the chat, I want to make sure you guys hit that like button as well, because that helps out the video. So make sure everybody that's in there, make sure you hit that like button as well. They show celebrities in the crowd. I just had to take a note of this real quick. Flavor Flav and Rich the Kid was in the crowd too. I was like, Flavor Flav? Really? Sure. Then we go. The next matchup is the Sin City Street Fight. I thought this was going to be
Flav dressed like a wrestler from the 90s.
Who? Flav you talking about?
He would have been good in that group that Master B had for a little bit in WCW. Just saying.
The No Limit Soldiers?
Yeah, imagine him coming out with the clock, and that's his gimmick. He just hit people with the clock, like Jeff Jarrett hit people with the guitar.
Yeah, oh God. Flair wouldn't be able to swing the clock right. Flair wouldn't have been able to swing the clock right. But next up, we got the Sin City Street Fight. And once again, I do hear y'all also. And once again, I know we're live, but I'm going to say this. I'm really trying to figure out why this thing keeps breaking up. It seems like sometimes, it dropping frames and it's lagging and stuff like that. I still got to figure out this thing. I just updated OBS. So the update could be the problem, to be honest with y'all. So I do apologize in advance for that. I'm trying my best to keep this thing moving and going. Drew comes out with Doom, the Dark Ages entrance, because that's the new Doom games coming out. Because Q had to really inform me, because I was like, I'm getting Ranzik from Time Force. But that's just the Power Rangers old head in me, right?
Oh my gosh. Ranzik is hilarious.
Sir, you need to retire.
No,
you
stop.
could at least said Kano for Mortal Kombat, but the eye was on the chest or something. I don't know.
Listen. For the Power Rangers fans, or that in all of us, am I that far off? Because even Q was thinking the same thing. Am I that far off?
Nah, I kind of saw what you was talking about. When you said he like Rancic, I was like, yeah, I kind of see it. He wasn't far off.
Once again, like he says, I know I hear a lot about Doom, but I don't play Doom, so I wasn't too familiar with the entrance. It was a badass entrance. I'm just saying because he was doing so. I was like, so being the uncool guy here, I was like, who is he? That's just basically what it was. Kerry King from Slayer, lead guitarist from Slayer, made Priest to the ring. So it was cool for what it was. It was nice. Once again, I don't listen to Slayer stuff like that, but I do know it's a big deal. So I'm glad Damian Priest got him. We start off the match real quick as Drew attacks Damian Priest, and then they fight outside the ring. But then Drew McIntyre hits a suplex to Priest on the ramp. Drew gets hit with some steel steps after Priest gets up, and Priest pulls out a table. And then Drew keeps fighting, and then he hits him with a steel tie. He keeps ramming these steel steps in his face, and then he pulls out two tables. He sets them up right there outside by the announce table. So we already know table spot incoming, right? And then he goes inside the ring and then does his fly over the top rope to Damian Priest and takes him down. All right, let's see what we got going on here. First of all, not prime time. Q-Flow and Quattro, are y'all having issues like hearing me, or if any of y'all are on the live chat right now, how bad am I lagging? I just want to know.
It could be worse. I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah, you're hearing you there, but you're mostly here for me.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because I know Prime is having big problems also, and I have the live pulled up also, and I'm just trying to make sure that, it's still playing for everything out there. So somebody keep looking in the chat for me to make sure that if anything is going wrong, if anybody has anything to say, just let me know. I'll try to see if I can fix on my end. But anyway, in the ring, Priest throws a chair at Drew McIntyre, and I don't know if it was at this point, he sets one up in the corner. I'm not necessarily, I can't remember what it was. But Drew hits a Claymore for 2, and like I said, Priest kicks out at 2. Then Priest has a chair like around his neck. And then Drew was about to sit there and Claymore that, but then Priest hits like a one-arm chokeset, kind of like a one-arm south of heaven for only a 2 count. But then in the ring, Drew sets up another table. Where Priest fights him and hits a razor's edge through the table. If this was Scott Hall back in the day, the match would be over. But we're not here. So he pins him for 2. Drew hits a future sock to Priest on the ring steps like he did on SmackDown. And I went back to a slugfest, and they really getting in. And then Priest gets the upper hand, goes for his Undertaker walk the rope Hurricane Rana spot. But McIntyre pushes him off, and them 2 tables that was set up on the outside, Priest goes to both of those tables. As Priest is trying to get back in the ring, and his brother, I got the OBS thing saying it connected, then not reconnected. So, oh god, this shit's annoying. But anyway, he hits Priest with the steps. He grabs the phone from his brother, I think, takes a picture, like bored at work, like he did last year on X, and then Q looked it up right there. It's like Drew's the GOAT for this, man. He is the GOAT for doing stuff like this.
Yeah, nah,
that's cold.
Was hilarious. Immediately was like, go check Twitter, and it's right there, like hilarious.
He has a very strong social media presence.
But Drew McIntyre wins. I think right now we 2 for 2. Did you guys enjoy the street fight? And I'm glad it came at number 2. Cause I thought it was going to be the match before the main event, but no, I think it was a good place of having it right here after the triple threat. And it was good. It was solid that they could follow it. You know. Hey,
yep.
I'm listening.
No, I was saying, yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it was good placement, good timing, and all that. It was a dope match.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with the match. Like, even though I thought bisexual Undertaker was going to win that match, he didn't. So, but I really didn't care, bro. I was like, all right,
it's not bisexual Undertaker. It's bi-curious Undertaker.
Bi-curious Undertaker.
Well, look, I'm curious that he bisexual Undertaker, whatever, bro. So
he's curious. He's curious on which one he wants to be. Okay.
God, this is so bad. Next up is the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way match: Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio versus Braun Breaker. Penta has all the energy in the world, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the Lucha Bros. And even though the match yesterday between Rey Fenix and Andrade Americano, it should have been that match in the first place, not even Mysterio. He should have been. I think that's where he should have made his debut at. I still think though, like, just having Penta and Phoenix both leave AEW and make their debut on WrestleMania, and even still have that happen, and also had Ethan Page and Ricky Starks kill it yesterday in the opening for Stand Deliver, that was crazy. Tony Khan somewhere tearing up his house right now, and that's fine. That is fine with me. I was like, I was very happy with Penta. So Penta dives to the outside on Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, and Braun just says, "You know what? Fuck this. We're gonna have this kind of match today." Just launches himself, shoulder tackle, body tackle, just threw himself at Penta to take him out. Just a ball of controlled chaos. I would say that would be a way to describe Braun Breaker. And so we go back in the ring, and Braun is sitting. Breaker's just sitting there doing all kinds of stuff in the ring. He spears Dom, but then Finn Balor breaks it up, and then Finn and Dom kind of for like a small time have an alliance, basically, because it's a fatal 4-way match. They're gonna have to fight eventually. So, but they team up, and then Carlito's out there. I'm like, oh, here we go with Carlito, right? Braun goes off with belly to bellies, like standing overhead belly to bellies to everybody, and then hits his Frankensteiner for a 2 count. And Balor is in the ropes, like, just laying across the ropes. And Dom's looking like, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna go do this. So he goes for a 619, but then Finn Balor, he drop kicks him first, and then goes for 619. He catches Finn Balor. No, Finn Balor catches Dom. And it was like, oh, this is okay. You know what? Fuck all this. So he takes him down, starts kicking him and everything like that. And then Penta hits his Penta driver on Balor, and Braun breaks it up. Braun runs the ropes with Penta like he's about to go charge his spear, but then Carlito pulls the top rope down, takes Braun outside because Carlito's still out there. And then Penta does his running destroyer to Dom as he's going to go pin, but then Carlito breaks up again. So Carlito takes him to the announce table, about to put Penta to the announce table, right? And then Braun Breaker's on the other announce table, and he runs across the announce tables and spears the shit out of Carlito through the announce table. He kills him again. We already had a funeral service for Carlito. Was it last week or a week or two ago? So we're going to have another funeral service for Carlito because he died again. And you know what would have been funny? Q brought this up, and I was like, you know what? I have to agree with you. If Carlito's body was just still there after the match was over, I would have died laughing.
Bro, that would have been hilarious.
I would have died.
Man, listen. Braun Breaker, man, He's a modern day Goldberg, man. Just better. Just all around better.
All around better. I agree. And then he got his uncle in him too.
He is our modern day Goldberg, and I'm here for it, man.
Mm-hmm. So back in the ring, Braun spears Penta, but then Dom hits a 619 on Braun Breaker, and when Finn Balor stops him when he's about to do the frog splash and takes him out there, Finn Balor's like, nope, shotgun dropkick, coup de grace to Braun Breaker, and as he does that, Dom comes out of nowhere with a frog splash on Finn Balor, which reminisced. I was like, that's kind of how the triple threat match ended also. But 1, 2, 3, Dominic Mysterio. One of y'all called it. I don't know which one it was, but one of y'all called it. But Dominic Mysterio.
It was I.
You get all the credit for that. You get all the credit for that, Quanto. Dom is your new.
It was I.
Hold on now. I think I share a little credit in that calling. I definitely. Oh no! I said Finn. You're right. I said Finn. Then I said one of them is going to betray each other.
I said Dom wins and he pins Finn. And this is what we have. In my Drew McIntyre voice, I prayed for this.
Well, it worked out for you. I was like, you know what? I wasn't filled up. I was like, but you know what? To sneak ahead of it, I was like, you know what? That does make sense now when you were saying it. So, Dom is your new Intercontinental Champion.
Well,
yeah, you know his first championship, right? Oh no, he had the tag team, didn't he?
Well, no, he had
his first
singles.
And all
he did have a North American too.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, yes, he did. And I think what was it last year? He wasn't definitely. I don't know if it was top. I don't know if it was top 3, but I think it was top 5 of matches of the year last year. So he really has been working.
Yeah. Yes. He's been doing good. Also, I just seen the chat. Also, they was like, hey, we're gonna talk about Finn Balor and his new gang colors. Part of the highlight gang. When he came out there in the bright ass gloves and that bright ass mask and stuff like that, I was like,
yeah, I don't know what that was, man. I don't know what he was supposed to be.
Well, that was what he had to wear when he was on the other side of the bars back in the day. But we don't really go into that about Dom. We just let him keep that.
Sheesh. So,
because that's personal.
It's personal. So at this time, I had to. It's Easter. I was doing a lot of things. I was trying to get some food together. I had to go clock out for work. There's things I had to go do. Right. So I was just like, well, the next 2 matches I don't have much notes on. So if I miss something, y'all gotta help me out here, because the next match was Randy Orton versus taking on a mystery opponent. Who was the mystery opponent going to be? I've had people hit me up all day saying Rusev, Malachi Black, Nick Aldis getting his ass back into the ring. Whatever the case may be, this is what the spot was going to be, right? So Randy Orton comes out. Randy Orton kind of got, if y'all look at his tights, it kind of reminds me of 2002 Randy Orton. Like that, he was using the overdrive, royal blue and yellow. That's what it was giving me here. So he says, listen, no, he was supposed to have a match with Kevin Owens, but now it's not going to happen. So now he wants to have a match, and whoever's going to come out there and accept his challenge is going to get dropped for the 3 most devastating letters in all of wrestling, RKO. So who's it going to be? Who now? Before we say who it was, I want to know, y'all, who did y'all think it was going to be? Because honestly, at first I wasn't thinking Rusev, because why would you debut somebody and have him lose? Because whoever's coming out is losing to Randy. So I was holding out hope for Nick Aldis.
I still say Rusev.
I just thought it was going to be Rusev.
Yes,
and I also thought it was going to be Rusev.
I'm just saying WrestleMania. So it's like, if it's Nick Aldis, it's such a disappointment.
Mm-hmm. You did say that. Well, we didn't get.
I thought it was be Rusev for that Rusev Day pop, and yeah,
we didn't get Rusev. We didn't get Malachi Black. We didn't get Nick Aldis. Hell, we didn't even have Big Solo Willie style. We didn't have any of that. What we had was say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I can already tell y'all when I was doing that clap, my thing already lagged. So I apologize already for that right now. But
no, it's the thing is that's not bad. It's just I did hear. I believe he was supposed to have a match with the Miz, but they dropped it because they wanted WWE wanted the Miz to win it too. And it was like he's our champion. The Miz don't do nothing on the show. But I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I something I heard. But now it makes sense actually. Like when he appears, I'm sure it actually makes sense though. This TNA crossover will be as big as having a champion at WrestleMania. I get that.
I mean, this is big for TNA.
Yeah, I did not expect it.
Definitely.
Like, the fact that it was Joe Hendry that came out completely left my mind that was possible. And then it went from, hey, it's Joe Hendry to, oh my God, is the TNA champion going to wrestle at WrestleMania? Wow.
See, I didn't know, I'm going to keep it 1,000. I didn't even think of Joe Hendry until today. And I was online, and shout out my guy, AJ Francis. He just tweeted. He was like, y'all better not say his name.
Well, first off,
I'm like, yo.
You're a guy.
Yeah.
Don't pop that.
That's my guy. I'm sorry, Prom. Like, I know people too. My bad.
Like, yeah, they're like friends.
That is hilarious. Cause isn't that who he did the thing on?
He did what?
The diss track?
That is who Joe Hendry did the diss track on.
People. Okay.
But anyway, he was like, he just tweeted. He was like, y'all better not say his name. And I'm like, damn, it could be Joe Hendry. Like I saw that today. I'm like, damn, it could be Joe Hendry. Like, I didn't even think of Joe Hendry coming out. I was thinking like Sheamus. My first thought was Rusev though, but I'm thinking like maybe Sheamus will come back, but that wouldn't make sense. Sheamus don't need to be losing at this point. Yeah, nah. I ain't know who to think.
I know who to think either, but this was big for TNA. And for them to have their world champion on the biggest wrestling stage in the States, you could probably say the world, because, you know, if you talk about New Japan, they got Wrestle Kingdom. I'm saying, but to be on that stage, if on top of that shit to go against Randy fucking Orton, that's you know, you know what I'm saying, a blessing in itself. Randy Orton, the TNA champion at WrestleMania. Yeah, no, I'm really happy for TNA. Now, once again, I didn't get the chance to see the whole matchup. I do know Randy did give Joe Hendry a little bit of heat, but I did see, which was kind of great, when he did his pose and he looked into the camera and Randy came out of fucking nowhere, literally RKO out of nowhere, and just spiked him. And so I was like, you know what? That I saw that, and that was a great visual. So I'm happy for Joe Hendry, but you know, Randy Orton was not going to lose this matchup. So I was glad to see it. Now, once again, I told you I didn't see this match or much of the AJ Styles and Logan Paul match. I
think it was such a great example as somebody go over, but the other person gets over, and I feel that was completely accomplished in that match.
Mm-hmm. How about anybody? Oh, y'all, like I said, y'all gotta let me know of things that I must have missed in that match, because I didn't get to see the whole match at all. I gotta go back and watch it.
Oh, I mean, Joe Hendry tried to go for the standing ovation at one point. You know, that choke slam that he does.
I did ask you if he went for that or not.
He went for that, and Randy just looked at him like is this supposed to work? Because it's not. and just kind of did like that thumb punch to the eye. Well, like not to the eye, but to his head. He was like, and Randy was looking at him like, what do you think you doing? Don't you know I'm Randy Orton?
That's great. That's great.
It was funny. It was a funny feel good match.
No. The funny part came when Joe Hendry dropped Randy. Then he tried to go for his little pose, and Randy RKO's him out of nowhere, like off screen. Like Randy wasn't even on the screen; he just popped up on the screen and RKO'd him.
Sometimes you gotta pop up and show.
Facts.
And then you know what I like? He gets the pin after that, picks him up, shakes his hand, shows him off to the crowd, cracks another RKO on him
again.
and then looks at the crowd and does Joe Hendry's emote. But when he turns around, throws his arms in the air for the arcade for his Randy Orton pose. And I was like, yeah, that looked awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, like I said, I'm glad TNA got this spot. I'm glad that this happened for Joe Hendry and TNA Championship. And man, then we got Randy Orton the match. So it was just quick, easy. We keep it moving and stuff like that. Next up, and once again, it's a match that I need to ask y'all, like, was it in y'all opinion like really good? Because we was expecting, like, even Prime used to say like AJ Styles is one of the kings of having no build but having good matches, and that was AJ Styles taking on Logan Paul. So I didn't see much of this matchup, and I really didn't come into until like Logan Paul. What did he do? He caught AJ with the foot. Don't worry, fellas. Also, because we on live, I do see the time, so don't worry about that. I'll just keep talking, and we set y'all in a minute. But he gave her like he caught AJ Styles and did like phenomenal form and did like a steamroller, did a springboard, almost overshot it. To be honest with you, springboard moonsault, and that was impressive. But the thing I saw the most was towards the end. One of Logan Paul's friends. I don't know who any of these people are. They be coming in there helping out Logan Paul literally every fucking year. I don't know. So, but he came in there and he tried to give Logan Paul the brass knucks. But then Karrion Kross comes out. Karrion Kross, gets some kind of WrestleMania appearance, and he takes the brass knucks. He's like, "Listen, AJ, just trust me. You have to use these. You have to embrace that." And AJ was like, "No, we ain't doing that." He threw him away. Goes for another phenomenal forearm, rolls through, but then Logan Paul hits him with the one, with the knockout punch that he does, and hits him with the. Now, what's his finishing move called again? It's not the Heat Seeker, is it? That's MJF stuff. What's it called?
The pulverizer.
No, the pulverizer.
The pulverizer. Hey, listen. I think it's a dope finish move. I don't like Logan Paul, but that's a dope ass finishing move. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think it's a dope finisher with a good name.
Yeah, it's good to me. I like it. He beats AJ Styles, and it looks like we're gonna have a feud with AJ and Karrion Kross. But so, in your personal opinion, because y'all was the match good? Like was this the AJ that we know that has good matches with zero build, or was this another like? It was a alright match, but we know how good Logan Paul is. But how good was the match?
I thought the match was pretty good.
I'm seconding that. The match was good. One big part that stood out for me is when Paul hit the Styles Clash on AJ Styles and tried to pin him, and AJ rolled through the pin into a Styles Clash to Logan Paul. I was like, bro, I don't even know how you just did what I saw. Once again, I would definitely put it in the thing of build 0, match. It was good. Yeah. It was, and listen. Do not necessarily care for that man as a person. I can't deny what I keep seeing from him in the ring. It's like almost like you might hurt to give him accolades, but he earned it. Like, what you gonna say? Did you see the match? It was good.
Yeah, no, I was feeling it was going to be the same, and with these two, I figured it was going to be that way. For the Women's Tag Team Championship matches up next, the match right before the main event, the come down match before the main event is Liv and Raquel taking on Lyra Valkyria and a mystery partner because attacked backstage, so she couldn't perform at WrestleMania. So who was Lyra going to pick? I think that we all knew who she was going to pick.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
And so hold on, y'all, real quick. I'm trying to understand why I'm getting so much lag back here. I apologize out there, y'all. I hope y'all can still hear me out there, but I'm getting major lag going on right now in the live stream. Hold on. So here's what I'm going to do. First of all, we are live. I'm going to reset these gentlemen's call while I talk about that. All right. Sorry, y'all. I know we on a live stream, so I do apologize for all. Like I said, I apologize for all the stuff that's going on, but I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I just updated, my OBS yesterday to get ready for all this, and I think honestly this is probably part of the problem, to be honest with y'all. So there's nothing I can do right now to try to change the update, but I'm just gonna try to sit there and work through this. I keep apologizing, but I got all the fellas back in here now, so we're gonna sit there and see what's going on with that. But anyway, we got the tag team title match. Who was it going to be? I think all of us on here knew it was going to be Becky Lynch, right? It just had to be, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad though.
You felt bad. Why you felt bad?
I mean, Bayley's been doing work all year, putting in work, and then get the Mania and got nothing for her.
Man, Lyra and Bayley ain't had to be up here anyway, man.
Speak on it.
That's on them. Y'all not even a real tag team. Like, y'all just...
That is true.
Like, why is she... Now she two belts instead of...
The Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, instead of defending the title...
That is true.
On the show.
And then again, it's like Roxanne is being a rising star. She got nothing to do. Yet they put her on Stand and Deliver. I thought she was supposed to get caught up.
And it was the Stand and Deliver pre-show.
On the pre-show of all that.
That's just not that.
Disrespectful. I feel now. Granted, I do feel bad for Bayley. I do, because nobody deserves that A spot taken away. But I mean, it's just hard for me to feel both ways, because like, bro, you ain't.
I mean, I feel like she should have been on the show, just not in that match. Like, I would have just did Bayley versus Lyra for the title, and just left it at that, and then had whoever face. But they don't even know how to book women sometimes, so it's like they just run out of ideas.
Sometimes, it's Achilles heel for Triple H, y'all.
Women and black folk, black men.
I'm about to say, ain't no sometimes. Like, he just be struggling with that. I'm like, I don't even know.
Ain't the in character story that Bayley got hurt?
Yeah.
In character, I think she got beat up backstage, or she was found backstage, and it was you got 24 hours. Yeah. And they said you got 24 hours to find a partner, but it's like there's literally nobody else. So we already knew who it was.
We knew who it was.
Y'all ain't gonna have Trish come back. Y'all not gonna have Lita come back. Y'all not
about to have Trish come back AJ. Like she wasn't partnered with. Oh wait, no, that was
Zoe Stark.
No, it was Tiffany. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah.
The only other person, like, not in storyline purposes, but like as far as who should be competing at WrestleMania would make sense is Nia Jax, because she's been putting in work all year too. Like it or not, like they have been putting in work to get to WrestleMania, and it just not on the cards. Kind of like that's kind of like messed up a little bit, But it happens.
Lyra should have been defending her title.
Even on
her and Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea definitely. Chelsea should have been on the show for sure.
Doubt should have been on this card.
Yeah, even if it's on the pre-show or whatever, like she should have been. You got 2 nights, and you can't put one of your most over women on the show. It's kind of messed up.
He has an issue with that. I'm saying, I'm like, you could took them that New Day War Raiders match off the card. It didn't need to be on there.
Also, why?
Yep.
Speaking of matches, why would they make a TLC match for SmackDown and not WrestleMania when you would want to see a TLC match?
Makes sense, bro. They booed it for that, because I was like, I would boo that for that too. Make this shit make sense. It don't make sense at all, and the fans are pissed, and rightfully so. They should be pissed.
Like, you're not gonna put it on tonight as WrestleMania SmackDown. Don't do it at all. You're not gonna put it on WrestleMania, because next week nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, because the SmackDown after Mania.
Yeah, like
we just want to see return, like, surprises.
Yo, they almost kind of had a fix. If I was going to do in character, Bayley got hurt, so we can't do this match till we figure out with Bayley, and then just show the people from the tag team match backstage. It's like, I know we said next Friday, but y'all going on WrestleMania weekend, and people would be like, okay.
I would have accepted it.
Yeah.
I would say that too.
Yeah.
Shit, if you gonna give me a TLC match, yeah.
I would have put a New Day match on Raw, and then put the TLC match on WrestleMania. It's a TLC match. Like, why would you not do that WrestleMania?
Of these 14 matches, I think we said a little bit earlier, at least online, there are at least like 5 matches that shouldn't have been on this card.
That's it. And you know what? I'd agree that the women's tag team titles, they got no heat to it. So they just want the Becky's to come back. And once again, I didn't take too many notes for this matchup, but I do know Liv trying to go for the Oblivion to she did it to Becky Lynch, but then Lyra breaks up the pin and saves her from that. And she gives a tornado DDT to Raquel Rodriguez on the outside, and then Becky hits her manhandle slam to Liv Morgan. Look, as much as I love Becky, well, to take that back,
I
like
just want to say,
huh?
No, I just wanted to throw in 2 things right quick.
Yeah.
As soon as Becky walked out, I said, "Damn, Liv, you know how this is about to go."
Dead up.
And and that was A. And B, I was just the crowd ice cold until Becky came in the ring. They didn't care about nothing that happened the entire match, good or bad, like silence. Like not cheers or boos, silent until Becky hit that ring.
Mm-hmm.
This crowd pissed me off.
Yeah, but also just like they know what's gonna happen is Becky. They already know Becky gonna win. Even though I guess you can kind of say that Becky and Lyra have a history, she beat her for the title and all that, but it's still like Lyra should have her own stuff going on. She should not be a double champ like our champ Sol Wilco, but it's not. It's cool. They just want to copy.
Damn, it should have been Zarya, but I keep my peace.
Oh.
No, the right girl won. Keep it going.
Yeah, we never talk about that. Come on now.
I still want Thea Hale.
Well, I know. I'm a hate over here, but yeah, she hits her manhandle slam. I don't like any of Becky's offense. The man is character is.
You don't like the leg drop?
No, she don't jump. She has no air whatsoever in her.
That's why they call it a leg drop. She drops from the rope. She don't
falls.
Jump,
she falls.
It's called an Irish hop.
She got a hop first.
She ain't got no knees.
No.
She got none of that. So that also they could have been at WrestleMania as well. Who?
The Hardys, because they signed with the TNA thing, so they could have did something with that as well.
There's a lot of out there and they fucked up.
Hell no.
Or to keep
no, not have them. I'm saying you don't tell me the Hardys would have got a pop from something they could have did a stand and deliver or anything.
I think that I thought there was originally going to be a stand and deliver, but also for this match, if we wanted to keep it as a women's tag team match, to keep the amount of women's matches on here, they could have been like, Bailey's hurt. Hey, since you girls just won this at stand and deliver, and they're hurt, we're putting you into that match. There was multiple options that didn't happen.
Yep, that works too. Because they do have an opportunity. And that's the thing. They about to waste this opportunity for them to lose. Because Becky.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm
saying they wasting that NXT. Becky ain't finna lose on NXT.
She did before, but that was to Lyra. That was it, though. So it was like, I don't think they're going to have her lose a random tag team match, though. So. And they joined them together, right?
I think so for right now, at least.
So maybe Backlash, they might fight whoever wins. Whoever won that match, they might fight them.
Honestly, I thought Bailey and Lyra Kerr was going to start having a storyline, but then it's like, what the fuck y'all doing with Bailey? Y'all just you don't even we don't know what you doing with her.
What we got to explain is, so if we're following story here. She was attacked. No, not again. By who? By who?
I mean, storyline purposes, Baylor should be fighting Roxanne Perez, but they dropped that altogether. And then it was Baylor and Lyra Valkyria. drop that altogether. Then put them in a tag team the week of. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know what they doing.
That's why I originally thought Roxy and Cora was going to win. I was like, oh, it looked like Becky and it looked like Bailey and Lyra might win. Oh, so Roxy and Cora could win, so that can continue at least that way. Okay, I guess that's a soft roll to fully roll them into the main roster, and none of this happened. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you would want the prodigy on your show. You know, the 23-year-old that's done almost everything in the company. Almost, might as well put her to the main roster. Might as well. I mean,
she was only in the Elimination Chamber and stuff. She's always only been on the main roster. She only had a match against Tiffy this past week, but we still acting like she's not on the main roster. What is happening?
Yeah.
She only, almost, was she like the final one before she got eliminated? In both of them, though? In the Rumble and the Chamber? Or
Facts. Yes, both of them. Runner up in both of them.
I mean, I'm just saying, you should.
No, take this pre-show.
Yeah, almost missed the card. You good. Yeah, you don't need it.
Almost missed the card. I'll tell you who didn't miss tonight, though. Next up, somebody got to read the WrestleMania card, so we hit a glass break.
So that's not the only thing that broke.
I'm about to say, I was like, I'm like, y'all wasted the Stone Cold spot. I thought they was going to, well, as he fought for the main event, well, God, they said that was shit. It was not happening. Stone Cold comes out there. He comes out there on his ATV, and he's doing his usual Stone Cold. He's riding on the ramp. He's riding around the ring doing Stone Cold stuff, and then it just so happens when he loops the ring the second time, not even the first, the second time, he crashes into that barricade kind of hard. Somebody must have fell or got hit or sold it, whatever the case may be. And Stone Cold look like he's like apologizing. Like he tell you look at stuff like that, see what's going on. And then he's out there to announce the number of what is going
man.
what WrestleMania was going to be. Like tonight's numbers in their estimate was 63,226, which gives a combined number of both nights 124 and 693, whatever the case may be. But when Stone Cold, go ahead.
I swear to bit that corner, hit that barricade. I was like, God dang.
That's why I was like, God dang. And then when Stone Cold's drinking his beer and do, the usual Stone Cold shit, we see Nick Khan out there on the side talking to whoever Stone Cold hit or almost hit. Right? I don't know what the situation was.
I give you lifetime tickets like green shirt guy. Just please don't sue me.
You see how I watched that video like 5 times. He definitely hit that barricade.
Oh, he hit the barricade hard.
He hit the barricade. There's a delay, and then a woman fell.
Definitely was a delay.
What it looked like it happened. He hit the barricade. Someone got scared, stumbled back, and fell. And then she was pissed because she was yelling in Nick Khan's face.
There's a video later tonight that I watched over and over that made me laugh. So we'll get to that.
Now, we've all been in the front row before, right? So we haven't been on the camera side. We've been on the hard camera side, not the one that we can always guarantee be on TV. So we've been there where when you hit that barricade with force, it moves and it can come at you, and it can knock a drink over something like that. But I'm just like, first of all, whatever the case may be, let Stone Cold hit me with ATV on the barricade. I'm just like, fuck yeah, Stone Cold just hit me and shit like that. But I don't know what the hell happened to this lady that got felt. Maybe she was embarrassed, and I'm just like, whatever the case may be, if she had Nick Khan come out there.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah, and talk to him. So I'm like, look, it ain't like Stone Cold just said, oh, fuck you, bitch. No, he went over there and said, and checked on her. And to see if everything was all right, but once again, we don't know the fullest extent of what happened, or even if homegirl is injured, whatever the case may be. I just feel as though it's kind of, and I'm not trying to sound wrong. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to sound wrong on how it looks, or how this thing is, or anything like that. I'm just saying. But you're at shit happened. But you at the front row, as my mom used to call.
Let me tell you something.
They're the sweat catching seats. I'm listening.
Yep, I come from the land of ECW. When people fall in your lap, when beers fall on top of you, and you know what you do? You cheer. They get up, pat them on the back, keep it pushing. The person that was with her was trying to calm her down, like, we in the front row, right?
Yeah.
We paid $6,000 for this seat, right?
More like 10. The people pay $10,000. They in Vegas. They don't care. They just got that $10,000 at the slots. They really didn't care about wrestling.
First off, be cool. He about to give us a whole supermarket sweep for 3 minutes in the store. So just chill, bro. We about to come up. We about to get front row seats on Raw tomorrow night. Relax. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know what's going on, with that. If she is legit her, I hope she's all right. You know what I'm saying, to say the least. But the man looped it twice. So they like Soko been doing this for a while. He did shit on purpose, So
let's just say it. Out of the year Stone Cold been doing this, we just evident. He done known to almost hit the corner a couple times. He saved it last minute. This time he couldn't do it. He's getting older. He can't do it no more like he used to.
Yeah, he got a little closer that he hit her. So maybe we'll find out what happened with her and if she's cool and she's all right, stuff like that. So we'll probably find it out. So we don't necessarily know right now. So, but yeah, I was like Nick Khan out there. It's kind of getting a little weird here.
Also, real quick, did y'all talk about the Triple H? Did y'all see the video of Bret Hart and Triple H yesterday?
No.
Yes, I did.
That is, bro. Bret Hart. He don't care no more.
Okay, fill me in. Tell me.
So when he had the Hall of Famers coming out, Triple H came out. He shook everybody's hand. He shook Bret's hand. Bret said, "Ugh, okay." Bret's face was just like, "Why am I here?" Like Bret literally has the face of, "Why am I here?"
Like he had a mouth of Sour Patches.
It's like Goldberg came out. He's like he saw Goldberg for a second. Triple H. And he's like, ugh. So sarcastic. His face is so sarcastic. He was like, and then just went back to straight face and he just dead stare into the crowd.
Yeah, he said, I don't like that man.
He just looked so angry at all times, like somebody pissed in his cornflakes 24/7, bro.
I don't know what it is.
Well,
I don't know. I just
look at the picture you got with him, Mr. A&E. He looked mad in that.
Yo, fun fact though, he was real nice to me.
Right. Look at that picture. You can't tell.
I gotta sign this belt for him.
I'm just mad.
How dare he win this raffle I had?
How dare I gotta sign this belt? And I ran out of pink markers. How dare?
Oh yeah, Ray. Damn. Don't get me into it. Time for the main event. It is John Cena and versus Cody Rhodes for the what they call it, the undisputed Universal Championship, or undisputed WWE Championship, whatever.
Who knows anymore? Who knows
for the belt? Come on,
that's a good one for the belt. So
the title,
the strap.
John Cena comes out, right, and John Cena like, no, John Cena is known for having great WrestleMania entrances, right? He's every year he was known when he does WrestleMania. I mean, at least not in these recent years, but most of the time with John Cena, guys, he got some good WrestleMania stuff. John Cena like, nah, I'm coming out in all black. I'm coming out in just very vague, just John Cena words, no Titantron, no colors, no none of that shit. I got black sneaks on. I got a black shirt. It's like, I'm not giving y'all nothing. I'm just coming out. Y'all just gonna see my name, John Cena, up there. I was like, okay, there's something about it I liked because he's being the heel. But then it was like,
do you think he should have did it?
I'm listening.
No, I was gonna say, do you think he should have did it acapella? Who was that used to come out to nothing? Ciampa.
Yeah, Ciampa.
You think he should have did it Ciampa style?
No, because right now, Cena's smart enough to know that we're in Vegas, and right now, Vegas turned John Cena into the babyface tonight. So if he had came out with nothing and like the booze was his theme music, they would. Cena don't have that nuclear heat right now that just keeps getting booze like that. Because honestly, the belt fell off after Elimination Chamber, and no matter how many back and forths they've had, the belt just fell off. And shit, you had Cody. hit this man in 2 weeks of back-to-back Crossroads. It was just like, so right now, he wasn't going to be able to come out to any of these boos or anything like that. You know? So, that, for what it was fine. Then we get the dirt bikes. It's going across the ramp. Just dirt bikes and, like the red, white, and blue smoke of the Titantron. And then Cody comes out. He has the gold skull mask like he kind of had last year. He had the white one last year. It's the gold one. And the thing just opened up Iron Man style by itself. I thought that was fly. And he comes out, does his usual stick, has the velvet on. He goes and hugs his daughter, for liberty and justice for all. Rhodes and Brandy Rose and his mother was at ringside. So when I saw Liberty and Justice for All, I was just like, Cena got to make her cry, right? Cena got to make, he got to do some heel shit to like make her cry, do something like that. That's why I thought, like, if you're gonna show his daughter right there in the front, it got to be something like that, right? I was the only one who thought that, because even when we was watching, I was like, it got to be something with these kids. Like, when you show these kids, you got to make these kids cry and shit like that, right?
I was still trying to figure out what was the point of the dirt bikes. I was still lost there. I was still looking at the dirt bikes from back and forth earlier. I was like, what is Homelander Rhodes doing? I don't get this interest at all.
He's Homelander Rhodes.
You in Vegas, he's being a showman. You know what I mean? Vegas is entertainment. Bring the BMX out like the X Games, like red, white, and blue smoke. America. It's all entertainment because it's Vegas.
America, fuck yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I missed all of that. I did. It went right over my head.
Hey, look. Cody drink that American vodka wheatly, so good you drink it neatly. So, you know how Cody do it.
Don't ever do that again. I swear, if you ever do that again, I will put a case of Real American on your step.
Here's the thing: I got some weekly downstairs at my bar. Ain't bad.
Right.
I thought you was going to say you got a Real American. I was going to say,
right.
Oh, absolutely not.
You gonna put it on there. It's gonna say, "Mr. A&E, we coming for you."
So Cena. Cody Rhodes is out, Cena's out, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I put in my notes right here, read right now, very slow start. I mean, it was just like Cody just getting upper hand, just trying to fiddle through everything. Then Cena started spamming the square button on PlayStation, just kept kicking, punching. Like he don't know how to grapple, do something else. And like he was giving Cody these hard clotheslines. Like Cody was doing them Billy Gunn turn inside out, Mr. Perfect type sells for them clotheslines. I was like, Cena hits a not great looking tornado DDT for 2. Then Cena does his. Everybody knows his shoulder tackles going into the 5-knuckle shuffle. He did them joints slow as shit. He like hit Cody, walked around, smiled at everybody. Bam, hit the second one. Walked around, smiled. Then he does the little photo flex slam, and then he might do the 5-knuckle shuffle. And then when Cody fights back, hits a springboard kick, and then a Cody cutter. Vegas had it. This gave me vibes of Rock and Austin from WrestleMania X8, where they turned on Cody. They was booing the shit out of Cody, and they was cheering Cena. And I was like, okay, so the fans clearly just want to see Cena get his number 17. And so Cena out of nowhere hits an AA for a 2 count. Here we go for his finisher spams. Then he hits a 5-knuckle shuffle. Then later on in the match, Cena takes Cody up to the top rope, hits a super AA from the middle rope like he usually does. And then he kicks out. Cody kicks out. Cena can't believe it. So then Cena goes to the other side. I have this on my notes also. Hits his nut ass leg drop. I hate that Cena leg drop that he do. That he jump off the top rope and do that leg drop. I hate that move. Even when he was in shape doing it, I hated it. But Cody turns it into a powerbomb and stacks him for a 2 count. Then Cody hits a Cody cutter for another 2. Then he gets a crossroad. He goes for crossroad. He gets out. Then Cena hits an AA. Then an STF. Cody keeps trying to go for the ropes, but Cena keeps pulling him back. He pulls him back like 3 different times. And then Cody turns and kicks him, and then we get the ref bump. Or, as Q4 likes to say, it's time for the bullshit. That's what it is. So, we get the ref bump. Cody hits the crossroads, but there's no ref. So then Cena crawls over to the corner and rips off the turnbuckle pad, so it has an exposed turnbuckle. Then Cena tosses Cody into the exposed turnbuckle, then hits his head in it, and then hits his fourth attitude adjustment for 2. It's giving me WrestleMania 29 right now, and that haunts me. And if y'all know, y'all know. Between that main event between The Rock and Cena back in WrestleMania 29, it's haunting me because it was finisher spam after finisher spam after finisher spam. To be honest with you. So then, after he kicks out the fourth AA, whose song do we hear? It ain't The Rock's. It ain't Stone Cold. It's that, oh my God, that nut-ass Fiend. I was like, wait, is Travis Scott coming out here? Travis Scott comes out on stage, and when I tell you, takes his sweet-ass time going down that long ramp to the ring. Sweet-ass time.
Legend has it that he's still walking.
He comes out to the ring. And Cena's holding Cody like, go ahead, you get your shot in. But then Cody fights off, and then he sees Travis. He tries to hit Travis. Travis jumps off the ring. And then...
Well, okay, real quick. Yeah. Real quick. I don't understand that.
Which one or all of it?
You right in front of the ref saying hit him in your championship match, and you're the challenger. Like,
yeah, when you say it that way, because I was like, it's not a no disqualification thing or anything like that. I'm like, so what is this? I don't get it. First of all, I know at least Prime did. I know y'all heard Cena calling spots in that match, right? I know y'all heard it.
Yeah, he always calls spots.
What is it? Hip toss.
Nah. Oh, yeah.
What you want to say?
Yeah, I did actually.
I think I was just burned out.
Understandable. Rightfully so. So Cody hits him with another crossroads, and Cena tries, but hold on. I'm sorry. Travis gets in after he takes Cena down. Travis Scott gets into the ring. There's no referee still because the referee's out. Because Travis Scott pulls the referee out when he goes to crossroads to Cena, and he pulls the referee out. So now he gets into the ring, and him and Cody is in there talking, and then Cody takes Travis Scott, puts him in a crossroads. Travis Scott could not get his ass into the crossroads the right way, and he goes down. And I was like, he wasn't right. He didn't take it right. It just annoyed me. I was probably already annoyed because of the fucking match, but it was just annoying me. So then, Cena tries to hit Cody with the belt. Cody blocks it. He takes the belt. And this right here, to me, is what made Cody look stupid. Out of all the years of finishing the story that Cody's been doing, this right here made him look stupid. And he's about to hit Cena with the belt. He was like, I can't do it. And he's like, is he going to be a good guy or is he going to be a bad guy? And I was like, the elementary in that was bothering me. So then he couldn't do it. As he lowers the belt down, Cena kicks him right in the balls. And he hits him with the belt. 1, 2, 3. Cena has won. Number 17. Number 17.
So can we say the MVP of the weekend is the nut shot?
Yo, dead ass though.
Number 17 in what I thought was one of the most boring WrestleMania main events that they've had. It was boring. And on top of that...
I agree.
You said you agree, Q-Flow?
No, I was saying I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yes, the match felt like playing WWF Attitude on PlayStation.
Sheesh! Oh God, I'm sorry for doing that in y'all ear, y'all, but y'all, if y'all know, you know. Because Attitude, I was just like, oh my God, if it ain't just kick, punch, and pin him, I can't do it. That game be almost unplayable, and I'm mad ECW copied that game. I'm just like, y'all could copy anything else. Why copy that game? Oh, that game is ass. But anyway, that's how I was feeling. That's how it felt. It was very boring. We got no follow-up to The Rock. Everybody, hey, look, Stone Cold's here. We got to get that Stone Cold thing now. I was like, he got Thunder Rock. We got none of that shit. We got WWE Endgame last year. And we didn't get any of that this year. And I'm not sitting there, hold on, I'm just, oh God, hope the feed ain't down. What's going on here? Hold on, everybody. I see that the thing is trying to catch up. Having some problems with the video. I apologize again. Make sure everything is working its way out. Oh God, this shit is getting this live stream is annoying me just like fucking this main event is annoying me. I think we slowly getting it back together right now. It sucked. The lack of The Rock, the lack of the drama, the wrestling. I think it just I don't want to say WWE just work with what they had, but I think The Rock fucked this whole thing up. If he wasn't only part of the storyline, then he shouldn't have had that, been a part of that anyway. And it sucked because we had no follow up to that shit at all. And then we just got 3 weeks of promos between Cena and Cody. That was it. There was no pull aparts. There was no contract signing. There was nothing to give this match heat. And on top of that, Cena's older. Cena is not going to have no 5-star matches anymore. But it would be more about the moment. But this is a huge step down from where we was at last year, and even at WrestleMania 39. Hell, even WrestleMania 38. I think from 30, I think we had a nice string of from 38, 39, 40 with some good WrestleManias. But for some reason, they didn't get this shit together on 41. And Triple H, he is part of this. This is his WrestleMania. You can't blame Vince anymore. But the build has been lackluster. And honestly, 41's not going down in the book as one of the best. And the main event was better last night than it was this one. This is mad fucking boring. And we had Q-Flow had his wife, and then I had my sister over. They're not wrestling fans, and they was watching. They was like, "So how do you feel about this match?" I was like, "It fucking sucked, disappointing." From especially the ride that they was telling us to take, and we didn't. We went on that ride, and the payoff was ass. It was ass. So now since we're here, y'all can tell me y'all true feelings about that. It was ass.
I didn't care for either of the men's major championships this year, and both of them are heavy reliant on how both of those matches end.
Okay, you talking about the Jey Uso one too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That really 3 seconds of a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, are we serious? Seriously.
And also, I didn't even cut you off because Q also brought this up, and I also seen this in the chat also from the Wrestling Lowdown. Shout out to them also. It ended early. It ended like 10:30. And I was like, ain't it supposed to go to 11? I was like, is something happening afterwards? No, they
like Q-Flow said earlier, you get nothing. Even when the tagline went off and it came back on, John Cena just said, "Yo, cut my music. You don't get music. I'm leaving." Done. It, like I said it earlier, I'm gonna say it again. It felt yucky.
Mm-hmm.
From the first match of night 1 to the last match of night 2, I felt yucky at the beginning. I felt yucky in the end. There was some stuff in the middle that I liked. But the starter and ending, even though both ended with the outcomes I predicted, it's how we got there. And I did not like it.
I didn't like it at all neither. And I was actually one of the ones like, hey, we ended the pay-per-view fucking early. I was like, I'm trying to go all the way. What the hell going on? But no, it wasn't like that. And once again, I still think overall, NXT Stand Deliver was the show of the weekend. I think that was the best wrestling show out of everything that happened on WrestleMania weekend. That this NXT Stand Deliver 2025 was the best show easily. Maybe y'all agree with that, maybe y'all won't, but I'm just saying that's how I was feeling about it, to be honest with you. So, it looks like, guys, we got the full...
Whackmania, it was boring, bro. WrestleMania was boring.
It was, but I can't, I'm not even going to argue with you on that. It was, like I said, out of a couple good, like, the first 3 matches on night 2 was great. And so I didn't get a chance to see. I mean, having Joe Hendry was a decent moment, and then night 2, the main event was good, and I was like, shit, you could have took that. That could have been a WrestleMania card right there. But overall, 41 is not gonna be something that you're gonna remember. And Triple H is going to.
It's like something we stated earlier. There was a bunch of matches that didn't need to be on this card.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 14 matches that we had throughout both nights, there was some matches that was clearly better than everyone else. And maybe we should have just stuck with them and not have all this other junk, it felt like, man.
Mm-hmm. No.
So, just me as a wrestling fan, I was just sitting there like, oh, glad I ain't take off work for this.
I feel you. And to be honest with you, listen. I'm glad that we went last year. And look, y'all can call me biased. Y'all can sit there and say because they was in Philly and we lived in Philly and we went there last year. I'm sorry. Everything from WrestleMania 40 was way better than we got in 41. Shit, we were lucky enough. We got, like I said, we got WWE Endgame last year. And I was happy for that. 40 was way better than 41 was. Night 1 and night 2. I just it just felt better. It just felt better. It felt more like a Mania. It felt more of the hype and everything. That I'm glad that we got all that. But once again, it is getting late out here, guys. I appreciate y'all for who was in the chat. So make sure y'all guys keep hitting that like button. It really helps out the video. I appreciate all y'all for all the support y'all got. Once again, I'm going to figure this whole live stream thing out. I know I'm trying to do more live streams this year, and I'm sorry for all this shit, the lagging and stuff like that. I think it's part of the updating software, so I'm going to have to go check that out and look into that. So I appreciate all of that, y'all. I really do. Thank you guys for sitting there and staying with me. I appreciate y'all. I didn't think I was going to have a full house tonight. So Quattro, I appreciate you. Q-Flow, I definitely, you came to the party, so I appreciate you. In prime time, like I said, it's hard to catch you sometimes, but I appreciate you out there also, and everybody out there in the chats that's down there. So thank you guys for that. I'm going to record the rest of the podcast tomorrow and put those parts up tomorrow. Like my Say Delivered review should be up tomorrow, and also the other stuff from wrestling, like the Hall of Fame and stuff like that I got to talk about. That's going to be on Tuesday to get through all this WrestleMania week and stuff like that. So make sure y'all gonna do that. So you know what, Q? I'm gonna say this right now. The best part of the weekend was me going to see Sinners. So hell, I was just like, you know what?
Hell yeah.
That's what it was. It seemed like I'm like, you know what? Shit, it seemed like the best day of the weekend was me going to see Sinners. So make sure you go out there and see that too. Promote that on this wrestling thing. But yeah, 40 was way better. And it's just because we was in Philly. Hey, come back to Philly. Let's do this again, right? But anyway, y'all, so we about to be up out of here. So once again, man, this is NC, a place to be. George Hammer saying D. Not the hard off from Soul Trek Enterprise Quattro.
Good night.
The man, the myth, the reality, the revolutionary freshman Flow.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
That was good. And not Deion Sanders for prime time.
Yeet? Question mark?
Oh, shit. All right, guys. Once again, it's NC and Face with Mr. A&D. We appreciate y'all for being with us for 90 minutes. And what the Nerd Coalition, we gotta go to bed, man, is out.